Hey y'all, hey, what's up? Ace here with your 8th recap of the challenge, Free Agents, y'all. I'm drinking coffee because it's Saturday morning and that's a time that you don't drink alcohol unless you're at brunch. When you're at brunch, it's totally fine. You can totally drink alcohol at brunch. Or if you just have brunch at your own house, you can then have alcohol. Or if you just want to call something brunch just because you want to drink in the morning. All of that's fine, just not for me today. Also, this is real ace right here. No makeup, I just woke up out of that bed, my hair is up, it's in this babadoo thingy, and I just didn't feel like doing myself because really I want to spend the rest of the day on the couch editing this and hanging out with my wife and watching some TV and having a lazy Sunday. Saturday. So unfortunately, I don't have an intro from an awesome person from the challenge this week, but I will try my hardest to get one for the weeks after this, okay? So we're a little farther than the halfway point. So first I want to know down in the comments, I want you guys to pause, I want you guys to go down there, I want you guys to tell me who you think will be winning this, since there's only like, I don't know, 11 or something people left. Shit if I know, there's not that many, but everybody's filming the reunion today, so get psyched for that. And yeah, let's get into the episode. Also, I just turned off that light in there because I looked orange, so if the color changed, that's why. So episode 8 started off with Bananas walking around in a banana costume. How perfect, how perf is that? He looked like an idiot and a banana because they were all going to have a funeral for Devin's wig, who died in the challenge. Rest in peace, Tamara. The things you do when you're in a house with a bunch of people in the middle of who knows where and you don't have access to the outside world via tweets and texts, cell phones, and other things. It amazes me. You have funerals for wigs. That's what you do for fun. Moving on to drinking time. Everybody's at the bar. We're having a good time. God is telling Nani how much he really likes her and how adorable she is, and all she can say is, I don't want to hurt you, over and over and over again. And he's all like, I don't want you to hurt me. Anyway, she doesn't want to get too attached to him because she doesn't know what's going to happen after the challenge. She doesn't know if she's going to go home before him, vice versa, and it's just a shitty situation to be in. Back at the house, Not Bananas and Nani come home a little too wasted, and they're rolling around, kind of wrestling on the couch or whatever, and one thing leads to another, and they start making out. And it looked like it went a little farther than a makeout session, but I don't know, you guys. You tell me down in the comments. So the next morning, Bananas does not hesitate to start telling everybody in the house that Not Bananas and Nani hooked up the night before, because he's a good friend. Then they find Not Bananas' underwear on the couch as confirmation that things did go down, or in or out. So Nani's laying with Kahutta, and Kahuta's like, did I miss anything last night? And she's like, oh, you missed a lot because everybody was hooking up. And he's like, did you do anything stupid? And she's like, yeah, well, everybody did something stupid. Not just me. But yeah, I did something stupid. So once they walk down to the challenge, they see that it's this giant jungle gym of like ropes coming from all sorts of places in different colors. And they're like, fuck is this? Zach is like,
it looks like one big sadistic sex swing.
Your mind's in the gutter, Zach. To me, it looked like something for kids to play on. 2 cages with like 20-something straps coming from every different direction. They're in different colors. What they're gonna have to do is each person has to hold specific straps of their color, and no matter where the straps are, they have to lock their arms in and their legs in, and then they have to hold whatever pose that is. And it's usually something that looks like this, or like this, or like this. And once all the team members are in their poses, they have to hold that for a whole 1 minute. Doesn't sound hard. It looked really fucking difficult. Fuck this. I have a hard enough time trying to do a pull-up. So it's 2 teams of 7. Devin and Not Bananas get chosen as the leaders of the teams, and the teams went like this. Devin, Zach, Cara, CT, Nani, Leroy, and Jessica, and Not Bananas, Laurel, Bananas, Teresa, Kahutta, Preston, and Anissa. Laurel is totally worried about the other girls on her team not being able to hold their own body weight, which she thinks is pathetic. I think Laurel just called me pathetic. I thought we were friends. So everybody starts getting strapped in, and this looks confusing as all shit. Not Bananas' strategy is to have everybody participate in trying to get the other people in their straps first. And then Devin's team strategy is just everybody get in your fucking things and hold your pose. I love what Zach had to say about getting everybody strapped up.
I feel like a daycare lady getting kids into swings.
I can't even talk really about what's going on. It's just you had to be there, you had to be watching it. It's just boobs and butts and straps and confusion. Devin's team successfully gets everybody in their straps, and they're trying to hold their pose for 1 minute. Not Bananas' team, they're still trying to get everybody else in their fucking straps. They're just standing around like trying, there's like 2 people in straps They're trying to figure it out. I don't think this strategy is working out too well for them. CT on Devin's team is holding his pose, and it's kind of like a pose like this, and he's like got his feet dangling so close to the sand. If he touches the sand, they have to start all over again. So everybody's like watching CT like a hawk, and they're like, I swear to fucking God, if he lets it go, I'm gonna kill him, I'm gonna kill him, I'm gonna kill him. CT calls it his favorite pose, crouching Buddha hidden yoga. They do it and they win this challenge before the other team even gets everybody in their straps to begin with. So back at the house, Nani's talking to Preston about the night before and what she did with Johnny Not Bananas, and how she doesn't want to make Kahada look like an idiot, and she feels bad and like she's leading him on, but she's not leading him on because she thinks that he's one of the nicest people that she's ever met, and he's her best friend, and she just doesn't want him to look stupid. Okay. CT, Zach, and Leroy pretty much decide that they want to send in Preston to the elimination and get rid of the weakest link. You are the weakest link. I don't think Preston's the weakest link, maybe, because Preston's been doing pretty damn good, you guys. Meanwhile, Devin's telling Laurel that she's not going to vote her in, so she doesn't have to worry about that. It's really going to be between Anissa and Teresa. Anissa and Teresa. Anissa and Teresa. Anissa and Teresa. Anissa, Teresa. Yeah. You can buy my album. It'll be down below in the description. Moving on to deliberation time. Devin, along with really everybody else, vote in Anissa, and she is not happy about it. Of course, she makes a joke to TJ that it's her 15th time being sent into an elimination round, and she's like, I've been here 15 times, and he's like, I have too. Everybody else then votes in Preston, so it's Preston and Anissa against whoever loses in the draw. Anissa is bitching to Teresa about being voted in, and Teresa is just pretty much like, yeah, I'm sorry that you got voted in, but I'm really glad on the inside that it wasn't me. She's a great friend. I feel like I would choose Teresa, and we would be the best of friends. I feel like me and Teresa would just keep each other's secrets, and you know, she would have my back all the time. I'm lying. Nani is now crying to Kahada, telling him the truth about Not Bananas because she doesn't want to make him look stupid. I love Kahada and all of his quotes, and if it wasn't for Kahada's quotes, this episode would have been dead to me because it was boring as shit. It was a filler episode, and I was so annoyed.
She's upset because she likes me. She just won't admit it yet.
And then, wait, we have one more.
If you were like 30% less pretty than you are, I would never put up with this shit.
So Kahada forgives her because he can see like she's very upset about it and really doesn't want to hurt him. And he's a Southern gentleman, y'all. During the commercial break part of the show, that's a commercial but part of the show, Johnny shows off his bird saving skills. There are a few birds that got into the house. He runs around the house getting them out with nets from the pool or something. And Bananas to the rescue. He saved some birds. Moving on. It's our favorite time in the elimination. It's time for the draw. But first, let me sip this coffee. Laurel. I did not want to do that to you. Go ahead, Teresa, you're safe. Bananas. No kill. I love how Bananas walked up and did an eeny, meeny, miny, mo. No kill, and TJ called you stupid. Kahada. Kill! Makes me so sad. Not Bananas is safe, and now I've killed off two of my favorite people in the house. So it's Kahada versus Preston and Laurel versus Anissa, and this Laurel versus Anissa is going to be intense because they don't like each other. So it's the giant hallway elimination where it's two people running from opposite directions in a fence, and they have to come across each other, which means run over each other and then make it to the bell first. Here we go. Boys go first. Preston's strategy is to try to get low, get low. Get low, get low. And here's Kahada again with a fabulous quote.
Preston, I love you, dude. There's a small coal train coming around the mountain, son. You best get your froggy ass off the tracks.
I don't think there could ever be such a funny country quote in the history of the challenge. I want to get it tattooed to myself. Kahada kills Preston on the first time around, but then on the second time around, Preston is putting up a serious fight, and everybody's like, oh, Preston can actually, like, play this game. Duh, he's been showing you that, and everybody thinks he's the weakest link. He's getting kind of tough. CT even noticed that Preston is getting kind of tough.
Preston does have a little nutsack after all.
LOL. Then Preston trips over something, a helmet or some shit, and Kahada gets to the bell before him and wins. So we have to say goodbye to Preston today. Bye, Preston. I've totally grown to love your strange ass this season. We'll miss you. We'll see you next time. So now it's Laurel versus Anissa, and I'm really pumped for this one, especially because the rest of the episode was kind of bullshit. So I'm like, oh, finally, something exciting. Laurel's strategy is to not fall and to hit Anissa as hard hard as possible when she comes around that corner. And Anissa's strategy is to use all of her pent-up anger against Laurel to win and stay in the game. As soon as they start running, I can already tell that Laurel is coming around with a force, but then all of a sudden, I see that Anissa gets the first hit on Laurel, and Laurel's like, whoa, but Laurel still makes it to the bell first. On the second round, Laurel gets the hit hardcore on Anissa, and they're fighting it out, and they both get past each other, and they start running in opposite directions toward the bell, and it is neck and neck, and I'm like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. And Laurel wins by just a little bit, but she wins, and that's all that matters. Sorry, Anissa. I'm sure we'll see you again soon. So back at the house, Nani is of course so super stoked that Kahada is still in the house, and he is also happy to still be there to squeeze her ass and rock her to sleep. The end. So guys, this episode of the challenge, like I said, was like a filler episode. It was kind of boring in my opinion. What is your opinion? Tell me down in the comments. Are you sad to see Anissa and Preston go home? Tell me that down in the comments, and please tell me down there who you think will go home in next week's episode. And until then, I hope you all have a fabulous weekend. Don't forget to subscribe, like this video, and of course, follow me on Twitter where we can talk about the challenge all the time. All the time. Alright, love you guys, and peace out.
This is Jordan from the challenge, free agent. We're headed to Skrillex right now, in the rain, in Oklahoma. You guys are about to watch Ace's challenge recap. Enjoy.